Hey everybody, it's your boy Ricky here with Honeybee Stamps, and today we're going to be using the Soy Mate stamp set today to make this beautiful card. We're going to be using the matching coordinating dies, some Lawn Fawn Red Pepper ink, some red and white cardstock, and we're going to be using our Misty here. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get this chili pepper stamped out. What I'm going to do is just use the red ink here, and we're going to do a tone-on-tone ink stamping here. And I'm going to stamp that all over the card. Nice little jalapeno, and we have that all over the card. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp out the sriracha bottle here. I'm going to go ahead and get that inked up with some Copic friendly ink. I will be coloring this, but I will not be coloring it on the video here. And then we'll go ahead and get a good second stamp on there just to make sure it's nice and dark, and we'll go on forward with that. So then we're going to go ahead and put the sentiment on the card here too. We're just going to cut that out after I get finished coloring the sriracha bottle. And we're just going to use some regular black ink on that. You could use pretty much any ink color you'd like. Now that I have the bottle colored, we're going to go ahead and get the dies placed on here. They're the coordinating dies. They cut really good. I love the spacing between the die edge and then the edge of the stamped image. And then I also love that when it stamps out when it cuts out the sentiment, it's perfect. Like every time. I love it. The next thing I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and build a frame on this. So I'm just going to find a frame die in my stash here. And I'm going to use some green cardstock here. A little green that kind of matches the label of the sriracha bottle. And we'll go ahead and get that taped down and go ahead and put that through the die cutting machine. Now I want this to be popped up a little bit, so what I'm going to be doing is actually cutting this out 3 more times with some white cardstock. And now that we have everything cut out here, we're going to go ahead and get the frames glued together here. I'm just going to use some Honeybee Creative glue here. And I'm just going to glue each frame to one another, and eventually the one on the top is going to be the green frame. And here it is. I'm just putting on the last frame. And that will be 4 layers. So there's 3 white and then the green on top, and that's the one we'll be using to show off on top of the card, as you'll see here in a moment. Now I'm starting to get the card together. You know, I think I'm the king of the black mat on the back. I love a black mat on probably every card I ever make. So I'm going to go ahead and get that measured out here. I never really measured it. I just kind of eyeball it and try to say, oh, okay, yeah, this looks right. So now that I have that black mat cut out, I'm going to go ahead and get the red piece of paper with the jalapenos on it, or the chilies. We're going to go ahead and get that onto the black mat here. And is my head going to show up? It shows up, so you know what that means. It's going to be even all the way around. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get this panel placed onto the cardstock, doing it really quick with the glue here. I'm just going to lay this down. Is my head going to show up? No, but look at that. It's still even. That's amazing. Now we're going to start putting the card together. I'm going to go ahead and get the frame onto the card, and I'm just going to use the Be Creative glue here, and we're just going to place that onto the card and make sure that it's pretty even and squared away with the rest of the card. Then I'm going to put some 3M foam tape on the back of the sriracha bottle, and we'll go ahead and get that release paper off the back of that and go ahead and place it into the frame. It's like number 1 on the card here. Love the red of the Copic coloring, looks awesome. Now we're going to go ahead and get the sentiment placed onto the card. Now, something I did not show in the video is I actually cut out the back of the sentiment 4 times, so it actually has some dimension on it. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and get some gems out. We're going to find some clear sequins, and we're going to go ahead and get those placed onto the card. I just kind of throw them on here, and then I try to figure out exactly where they need to be. I know there should be like an odd amount of them. You know, there's a bunch of rules, I guess, and sequins, but I just kind of throw them out and just see where they look right at. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting Honeybee Stamps. Make sure that you head over to their website and go check out this stamp set. Also, make sure you check them out on all the social medias by searching for Honeybee Stamps. And then also check me out. I'm Bromero Cards on Instagram, on YouTube. And I would love to have you follow me on both of those platforms as well. So I want to thank you guys very much. You guys have a great week, and I will talk with you later. Bye.